Deebo Samuel needs to start being part of the solution, not part of the problem. What is one guy who needs to start showing up to change the arc of the 49ers season? We've been complaining, rightfully so, about what this defense isn't doing. We've been complaining, and rightfully so, about Kyle Shanahan getting too cute at some moments, too conservative at the wrong moments, and forgetting how to run the football when he is a run the football first football coach, which is a little mind-numbingly painful at times. But Deebo Samuel needs to start being part of the solution, not part of the problem, and he has been a gargantuan nothing ad so far this year. Look at this crap that Deebo has given the 49ers. One game, they did blow. The 49ers did a 8-catch, 110-yard performance in Minnesota. That is the one time that Deebo actually showed up, but you can see that he also ran it 2 times in that game for minus 10 yards, which is affecting his now utterly feckless per carry average of 2.4 yards per carry. On 15 attempts, he's got 36 yards. Those are Isaac Guerendo numbers. Those are the you might not even be a running back level numbers. Number one, Deebo suits his production last week, though, doesn't it, Smiley? 1 catch for 11 yards. I see ones everywhere I look. 1 catch, 11 yards. There's 2 ones, a long of 11 yards, an average of 11 yards, 1 1, 1 1, 1 1, 1 1, ones everywhere. Deebo hasn't done shit. They're paying this guy $28 million a year to be a yawn in this offense, and that is not good for the San Francisco 49ers. Not good at all, if we're being completely honest with this situation. If I am Seattle's head coach, I know exactly what I want to go out and do against the 49ers on Thursday Night Football. I want to be testing them with Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet all game long. I got 2 running backs. Both of them can fit the bill. I am just pounding the 49ers on the line of scrimmage until they prove that they can stop it. And while I'm doing that, I am hunting, big game hunting with DK Metcalf. I am putting the ball up to DK 40 yards in the air at least 4 times in this game. Once a quarter, I am looking for an over-the-top, down-the-field strike to DK Metcalf. Jackson Smith and Jigba is another guy that I'm sending on a fly pattern. I am looking to create some havoc with in that 49ers secondary, which has been predisposed to some havoc and some communication problems, which is why everyone's like, oh, go call Robert Saleh. Noah Fant is a problem as a tight end in games where he starts getting loose. He can really impact a game. And I'm going to tell you right now, I've never seen Tyler Lockett play the 49ers and have like, when Tyler Lockett plays well, that's a good way to lose to the Seattle Seahawks. And he usually plays well against the 49ers. So you got problems in a secondary that has problems that won't have Hufanga because he is now back on the let's hope he gets better list. I am testing the breaking point between safeties Jair Brown and Malik Mustafa all game long if I am the Seattle Seahawks. I am pushing tempo. I am pushing the ball downfield. I am looking to lift the lid on a secondary that every single time it's had its lid lifted, we see touchdowns for the other team. So I think Seattle's game plan is clear and evident, and it should be obvious to Nick Sorensen and Brandon Staley what's coming for them, what there should be in store for. This is a game the 49ers have to win. As I was saying with Larry on Wake Up this morning, I don't think you can find many regular season games that had more gravity attached to them as this one does. As a matter of fact, maybe last year's game with its most gravitational pull was right after the bye week. They had a 3-game losing streak, and they went to Jacksonville when Jacksonville was still looking pretty good. And the Jaguars were coming off a bye week, and everybody says if the 49ers are doing anything this year, it needs to start looking like it now, coming out of a 3-game losing streak and a bye. Well, the 49ers could find themselves in the midst of a 3-game losing streak if they're not careful here. Because you lose to Seattle, that kid's is 2 in a row. And I'm just going to assume right now you're going to lose to the Kansas City Chiefs. Until the 49ers beat the Kansas City Chiefs, I'm going to give them no benefit of the doubt that they can do it. They haven't been able to beat the Chiefs when they're at their very best. And right now, they're not even close to their very best. The Chiefs are no longer quite as scary as the Kansas City Chiefs used to be, but they're just not scary enough to be undefeated still. So you go ahead, you lose that game. That is 3 in a row. And now here comes the Dallas Cowboys, and joke about the Dallas Cowboys and all the Jerry Jones jokes you want and the Dak Prescott shade that you want to throw on them. Fine. They just went into Pittsburgh and won. That's not an easy thing to do that bad teams accomplish. I know you don't like hearing that the Cowboys are not as bad as some might suggest they are. They're not as bad as some might suggest they are. So if you lose 4 in a row, that would be, what's the word I'm looking for? Not good. You don't want that. You really, really do not want that at all. The 49ers have signed kicker Matthew Wright, by the way. He has kicked for the Steelers, the Jaguars, the Chiefs, and the Panthers. He is the man who's been tapped to get you through the Jake Moody is injured problem. Now, as far as a kicker that you can sign off the street, his numbers are pretty damn good. He's 40 of 47 on field goal attempts so far in his career and 35 of 37 on extra points in his career. So he is about as good of a, we had to sign someone today to do this, as you're going to find. Hopefully, him missing a field goal is the biggest thing that we can attach to a 49er special teams catastrophe. Because a turnover in this game, special teams mistakes in this game, get you beat in this game on Thursday night up in Seattle. This is all hands on deck time. You know, it is really too early in the year to be sweating this level of bullets for a week 6 game, to turn it all around, to start feeling, looking, feel good, look good, play good. Niners need all of that. The good news is they will be in the all whites. They're going to look nice and crispy. The Seattle Seahawks, by the way, are going to be wearing like the throwback royal blue silver helmet gear. And so it's going to be a good looking game. Complimentary uniforms. But the 49ers need to start playing some complimentary football, especially on the back end of that defense, and it needs to happen right now, and it certainly needs to happen with guys as dangerous as DK Metcalf, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Tyler Lockett back there. So you just got to be all hands on deck, ready to go this week. There are no excuses. You're missing a kicker in a game where you got to win by at least 3.5, and Seattle's got some familiarity with you. And I'm just not impressed by what I've seen. Communication issues this deep into a year are a problem, which is why everyone was like, oh, Robert Saleh available? Go talk to that guy. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Thanks for watching. Tune into the Damon Bruce Show live on YouTube every weekday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific.